Hello everyone, my name is Carlos and I'm Spanish as a foreign language teacher. Today we're going to go through ser y estar, which in English is the verb to be, so you can use them effectively. Alright, let's go through it. Here we have an apple. In English you can say the apple is green, but if you are to translate this sentence in Spanish, you have two options, one with ser and the other one with estar. On the left, we have the one with ser. La manzana es verde. On the right, with estar. La manzana está verde. Both translating into English as the apple is green. But what do they mean? If you say la manzana es verde, we're talking about the color of the apple. We are describing the apple. If you say la manzana está verde, it means that the apple is not ripe yet. So the general rule that we learn when we are introduced to this topic is that when we use ser, we're talking about something permanent or of description, which is es verde. Whereas if we use estar, we're talking about a condition, something that it can change. As a rule of thumb, this explanation is fine, and it usually works. However, there are certain details that sometimes could lead to confusions, and this is an example. Mi padre, un excelente doctor. We're trying to say my father is an excellent doctor. Now, is it es or está? Is it ser or estar? Students, when they start to analyze based on the rule of permanency or change, they might think, okay, the word doctor, so he wasn't a doctor before, so it means that it's not permanent. And what about if he changes occupation? Maybe he's not a doctor anymore. So yeah, it should be estar. I mean, the reflection kind of makes sense. But the answer is, mi padre es un excelente doctor. Now, why? The reason is that there are certain rules that we need to follow that not necessarily go into that category of permanency. In this case, doctor is an oficio or occupation, and we always say ser with occupations. Los oficios siempre utilizan ser. So it's a rule. If there are exceptions, because remember, it's Spanish and we love exceptions, how do I know in order to produce sentences? Okay, well, let's practice. So here we have 6 sentences, and this is the category of words that we're going to use ser with. Remember, we're practicing ser. Julieta es alta, morena, delgada, y tiene los ojos verdes. Is it a descripción, relaciones, relationship, tiempo, time, características, characteristics, occupation, or origen, origin? Good. In this case, we're talking about a description. We are describing Julieta. Julieta is tall, she has dark hair, thin, and she has green eyes. Número 2. Vosotros no sois mexicanos, vosotros sois chilenos. Origin. We have mexicanos, chilenos. Vosotros no sois mexicanos, vosotros sois chilenos. You are not Mexican, you are Chilean. Número 3. Marco y David son tímidos, pero Raúl es muy atrevido. What do you think? Marco and David, they're shy, but Raúl is very daring. Muy bien. Here we're talking about characteristics, características. Now, characteristics, they're closely related to personality. That would be kind of like the main difference between a description and characteristics. One is a bit more physical, and the other one is more about personality. 4. La lección es mañana sábado. Tiempo, time. Lesson is tomorrow morning. 5. Yo soy estudiante de mercadotecnia. I am a marketing student. Oficio or occupation. Now, this one is interesting because, for example, if you are thinking about the word student, a lot of students, they think, well, but student, I mean, you're not going to be a student forever. Yes, but student falls into the category of occupation, and that is why we're using ser. Número 6. El presidente y yo somos buenos amigos. The president and I are good friends. Relaciones. Amigos. Somos amigos. There's a bit of a formula actually if you want to know when to use ser. You can use the word doctor, descripción, origen, características, tiempo, oficios y relaciones. So that was ser. Now estar. When do we use estar? We're going to use estar for two things mainly. Localización y condición. Location and condition. Look at these examples. You have, ¿dónde están tus amigos? Están en París. La mañana está muy fría. No olvides tu chaqueta. Which one is talking about a location and which one is talking about a condition? Muy bien. The first one is localización. The second one is a condition. There's also a bit of a formula here. So if you take the first two letters, we have lo and then we have co, loco, and this will help you remember that for the verb estar, we use localización and condición. So if we go back to our first example of the apple is green, we have la manzana es verde, falling into the category of description. So we have to use es. But la manzana está verde, it's a condition because it's going to change. Momento de practicar. Let's do some practice. I will provide you with a link where you can download a activity. You have the answers on the second page. And for your revision, I would recommend you to create sentences describing yourself or describing your family, one of your friends, so you can use different pronouns. You can even try to describe a city, try to use different vocabulary in terms of personality or physical appearance. Anything you use is good practice. Just keep doing it and you will get better by the day. Thank you very much for watching and see you next time. Happy learning. Bye bye. Adios.